Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, lack of self-awareness show us a mild brain development, to put it nicely, euphemistically, which means an undeveloped brain or ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes, or at least say, wait a minute, what I'm criticizing, am I guilty of doing that too? Let me analyze my life. Well, this is what's going on here in United States of America with these politicians. This I will tell you. Remember that to deny elections is one of the, you fight democracy, you're against democracy, you're undermine democracy. Remember, denier the election results, denier. It's like a crime. You're gonna get hanged or something, or maybe burned on a stake. Remember, and this was the Biden administration and idiots. Remember, oh, you are a election denier. You are this, you are that. Now, the White House became a election denier, but not in the United States of America. Somewhere else, forgetting that something like this in their country was considered a very almost a crime. And besides, on top of that, let's put it this way: if you did something and you say, oh my God, here our democracy was threatened, oh, democracy is under threat, how can you claim that someone else has no democracy if your democracy is under threat and not really democratic forces? Trump and the MAGA people are not democratic. We have here a big force. I don't think things are right here. We have to fight for our democracy. You have to, it's an attack on our democracy. But somehow you point out to Russia and say, well, there's no democracy over there. And when they're going to have an election, the result is not a fair one. We deny the result. Why am I saying this? Russia, not Putin, Russia determined that they will organize an election next year on the 17th of March, 2024. At least they will organize one. The Ukrainians will not. Nevertheless, this idiot here from the White House says this: White House mocks Putin's 2024 bid. Quite a race, won't it? And they mock it like, is already preset. Putin will be the one. They know. They deny that over there is going to be a fair election, right? No, it's not going to be. And on the other hand, they don't criticize the guy who doesn't want to have an election, Zelensky, that receives billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. So that guy conducts some elections. We say those are not elections. We deny their elections, that they are fair, and free and fair elections. But the guy that we love, supposedly, and we give him billions to destroy the guy that somehow, organizes elections, that guy does not have elections. He's supposed to have them. He's not having them. So you understand the hypocrisy, the lack of self-awareness of how can you point out to those when you claim in your country that doing the same thing, denying that there's going to be an election, how come? I guarantee you, when Putin is going to get elected, if he's still alive by then, this guy's going to say it was a fake election. They're going to deny it with no problem. But here, no. This one is legitimate. The other one with Trump, remember how the Democrats came out and said whatever they said about that one. And Zelensky, who's not even organizing an election, unless you're paying, he said, this guy has a mentality of a thug, bizarre, little table owner. So let's see what this idiot, Kirby, who is a weasel, he's, I don't know how these guys, if I would be this guy and I would have to say these kind of things, I think I will be dying of, heavy heart or something. I don't know, maybe a few weeks. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I wouldn't be able to function, lying and saying this kind of garbage. I would poison myself. Really, I'm poisoned with what I'm saying. You're going to be poisoned. You got to be a certain kind of person to say these kind of things over and over and over again and still be alive. and apparently happy because he's a spokesperson, isn't he? He's an advisor. He's Pentagon spokesperson, White House, Pentagon, this guy. I saw him and I listened to him. John, that guy is in charge of us. Appointed, not elected. So John Kirby, the coordinator of the White House National Security Council, the coordinator, my friends, Security Council, commented sarcastically on the announcement by Russian dictator. Why is he dictator? What does he have less than Biden? Everything that these guys have, those guys have. What is the... Anyway. But you can just call people like this, and then because people are ignorant and don't know shit about it, or they listen to CNN or whatever, MSNBC and this garbage and Fox News, they think they know shit. No, they're just given statements. They're given statements, and they say he's a dictator because he's bad. If you use the same logic to anybody else that they like, will immediately say, whoa, time out, slow down, baby doll. What are you talking about? It's illogic. The same as here. Quite an election. You're talking about mail-in ballot. You talk about George W. Bush and Al Gore. You talk about that one when the courts intervened to stop the counting. I don't like either of those, just so you know. Don't you want to find out the truth? No, we want to make sure the system is... Stop counting. No. We don't want to find out. I want to find out. Count that 50 fucking times. I want to find out who really won. Not that it matters, they are garbage, but no, the courts, we're going to destroy. People will not have faith in our system. Already, and with this one, appointed individuals stop the counting. What? And that's the US democracy garbage. As I coined today a new term for the Western politics. American politics, British politics, German politics, French politics, and this is condom soup. That's what they are. It's a condom soup. You have used condoms. You have all kind of politicians. These are condoms, used condoms, or political parties. You put them over there and you stir it, and there's the soup ready for you. You want a bowl? You want? You I had a few so far. Yum. Jesus Christ, nasty. Whatever, this is what these guys are. Regarding his candidacy in the presidential election in Russia scheduled for March 2024. The issue came up during a White House briefing. Journalists asked Kirby how he could comment on Putin's re-election, quote-unquote, to which he humorously implied the Russian elections will not be competitive. Well, this will be quite a race, won't it? That's all I can say about it, replied representative of the US presidential administration. But hey, you're not supposed to doubt that here or deny it. I guarantee you, when Putin is going to get elected, these guys are going to say that's fake. Isn't that denial? It is. But hey, we're better, we're extraordinary, we're fantastic, and they are bad. That's how the story goes, because we identify as such. But if they say they identify as good, we don't give them the same courtesy or show them the same right. Yeah, you have the right to identify as whatever you want. No, only we can identify as good. You can't identify as good. No. You have to listen to us how we, label you. But you can't do the same thing. And you want to live in this kind of world, and you wonder why the Russians tell the Americans we want to be treated equal. And then, they have an inferiority complex that have... Well, how about you treated like this every day? Now, I can tell you who you are, but you can't tell me who you are. Or you can tell me who I am. Only I can tell you. What does that mean? Subordination. Do you think I'm dreaming? The same thing with NATO. Don't expand. Yeah. Get the fuck away from here. The same thing they did with Gorbachev, a weasel. With Khrushchev, 1962. Cuban Missile Crisis, the same. Yeah. We're not going to take our Jupiter missiles from Turkey or Italy. What are you talking about, you fat ass? And the fat ass said, yeah, okay, well, we're going to put ours in Cuba. Oh, you can't do that. Only we can do that. You cannot do that. That's how the story started. But the Americans tell it from the half, not even to the end. That's why they say it. In the United States, it starts when Khrushchev, because he just woke up without a hard-on, he said, I'm going to put nuclear weapons over there. A lie that he put, they didn't get that far. They put it on top of the ships so these idiots can see it. Oh, my God, what is it? He didn't want to get that far. He didn't want to give Fidel Castro nuclear weapons. That's why he put them on top. That's why these guys, oh my God, I saw it with our spy plane. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't think they were going with Morse anymore at that time. Maybe they did in 62. Anyway, Mayday, Khrushchev, fat fuck, puts missiles in Cuba. They didn't get that point because the Americans immediately said, you can't do that, only we can. And it ends when Khrushchev said, okay, we're going to take our missiles. Pak! That's where the story stops. It starts when he starts bringing them the tubes and started leveling the pads for the launching pads over there. And it starts when Khrushchev said, okay, I will take them. That's all the history stops. It didn't start with the beginning that I told you. You got to take your Jupiters out of Turkey and Italy. You're too close. And the Americans said, as they told Putin, you. That's what they did. And I said, yeah, I'm going to do this to you. You'll see. What are you going to do, nasty mofo? And then the story stops in America. Khrushchev blinked. I heard that in college. I was like, oh my God, these guys are lying. Lying by omission. And JFK, the 42-year-old garbage guy, showed that. Why? Because of 42. He was not ripe. He was not ready. He had ideas, great ideas, some bad ideas. But anyway, he looked into Khrushchev's eyes, who, by the way, was in Stalingrad. And Khrushchev was like, oh my God, stop. That's how it was portrayed in college here. To me, history class. And I was like, holy moly, macaroni, what's going on? And what happened after that? In 6 months, the Americans agreed because Khrushchev said, yeah, we're going to take them when you take them out, yours, with the missiles, in 6 months. And the Americans took them out in 6 months. Who won? The guy who made the other guys do something. The whole thing started with, you take your Jupiter missiles out. And they did. So who won? Who blinked? Who lost? The same thing here with Putin and Putin and whatever, the other side. You move close, I'm going to destroy Ukraine. I'm going to go over there and take over. You won't dare. And if you do, we're going to have some fat cats right here waiting to get a profit out of it. Military industrial complex, banking system, and the energy sector, because we're going to place sanctions on you and we're going to destroy you in the first 2 days. 2 years already, you say? Yeah. And that's what's going to happen. The Russians will eventually get what they want in Ukraine against the NATO, United States of America. It's going to be what? The 4 points. They're going to succeed doing that. And that's it. Well, so anyway, you have election deniers here, but because it's the Russian, you can do it. If it's about us, oh my God. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I was about to say something, but I won't. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.